East against West. Hank Krahn from Mission, BC. Andre Rochefort from Bedford, Nova Scotia. And Rochefort with the advantage early with a strike up as we see Hank Krahn.
A little better. Touched the head pin on the left-hand side, just going away.
As you say, an interesting delivery because he really does pitch it down the lane.
He's a hard thrower, but you know, the backswing, because he keeps it so low, he's really got to use some muscle strength to get the ball through on the forward part of the swing. You can see the acceleration.
Picks up his first mark, the spare here in 3, and now it's Andre Rochefort. Andre, who bowls at CFB Halifax, the bowlodrome there. He manages the bowlodrome after 32 years in the Canadian military. He was a naval electronics technician.
Just a little bit of a slip at the foul line. On target, but nothing on the ball when it got to the head pin. Punched it straight back, and now the 3-pin straight back as well. Leaves 4 pins on the lanes after punching the head pin and both 3 pins out.
Andre has appeared on TSN twice previously. Been a while since we've seen him. Back when last appearance was back in the 98-99 Pins game season.
Pretty smooth 4-step approach. No great speed in it, but it looks like he's having a little bit of difficulty getting set at the foul line. So at the release, he's not quite set. And that's going to throw the trajectory of the ball off. Wow. 2 head pins on first ball, 1 strike. Now punches the head pin on the second ball here, 4th frame. Cleans it up for 15.
So Hank Krahn from Mission, BC. Mission is east of Vancouver. If you head towards Abbotsford into the foothills of the Rockies, that's where Mission is.
Wow. Big loft again. Punch the head pin straight back. Not a lot of side-to-side rotation on the ball, mostly end over end. So when you hit the head pin right on the nose like that, you almost got no chance to break up splits.
Hank plays out of the Galaxy Bowl in Abbotsford, carries a 248 average. He's a site superintendent for the Wall Financial Corporation. They're a construction company. They build a lot of the high-rises in Vancouver and that area of the Southland.
Early in the match, and 1 pin separating our 2 players, but nobody really taking advantage here.
No.
We've only got 2 marks between them. 3 head pins on first ball and a couple of punches on second balls even. There's a better shot.
That's his first.
Left hand pocket, going away from it a little bit. Catches it thin.
My goodness. See
that? That ball's lofted out there about 16, 17 feet.
Yeah, well past the arrows. Maybe the longest we've seen in men's play so far. By comparison, there is Andre Rochefort putting the ball down maybe before the foul line.
Quite a contrast Andre, very smooth, controlled approach. Releases the ball, as you said, right at the foul line.
Easily, yeah.
Whisper quiet.
Oh. Yes, there it goes.
Big sweeper in the right-hand pocket that time for Andre. With that curve, the ball's breaking into the pocket.
And just a late tap on the left corner. Look at this. Bing, 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 bing. All right, there you go.
Right on the center arrow.
So now Hank Krahn trying to go back to back. Yes.
And does so.
Boy, overpowered it.
Well, as I said earlier, if he gets the ball on the side of the head pin because of the speed, he's going to break some stuff up.
Now they're having fun.
Match is all even through 6. 1 pin only separating these two players. Big break there.
Hammer and Hank.
He is that. This time right-hand pocket. No deflection at all on the ball. Went straight back into the middle of the pit.
No.
Just a little bit of a stick again at the foul line, and boy, that can really throw off arm swing and timing. Andre pulled that one left, punches the 3-pin. Trying to get the head pin just a little bit thin with that hook and drive the head pin into the left corner pin. Just missing.
Oh, nicely done. They get the 15 count.
Big reaction here. Center arrow turned it over really hard. Just a piece of the head pin and deflection into the corner pin.
Curious, isn't it, how he was all around the head pin and now can't find it.
Maybe a little bit of a force, although he was on a double and threw 2 great shots in there. Comes back and sticks a little bit and punches out a 3-pin. Now the head pin on the second ball here. Second time that's happened to him as well. Cleans it up for 15.
So back-to-back opens for Andre Rochefort from Bedford, Nova Scotia.
Nice, smooth, 4-step approach. Reasonably long slide, but he gets right down to the foul line. Good extension and follow through. Just about location where he gets rid of that ball.
And Krahn is working on 3 in a row.
One more. 4. A little bit on the side. Great reaction that time. Another of the power players. You can see that big high push away.
Well, he lines up on the right, doesn't he?
He's changed the angle a little bit here. He's going further to the right, as you said, playing the angle instead of the movement of the bowling ball to get him those strikes.
Boy, that actually bounced.
A little too much loft that time. Big thing is here, where he releases the ball dictates the amount of loft.
1, 2.
Ball stayed pretty true because it's an end-over-end roll. When it lands, it's just going to roll straight forward. But
oh goodness,
no break there.
No.
Thick on the head pin, 3-pin kind of just rolled over and died. But 4 in a row in the middle of this game for Hank Krahn.
So 15 in the 9th, and he's at 231. And you can see the what those 4 in a row have done for him. Look at that through 8.
Andre Rochefort, he'll play in the 9th and 10th. 4 in a row will get him to 238, and that's gone by the board. So I won't be very happy with this. He threw 2 good shots in 5 and 6, and then 7 and 8 never even got close to the head pin. So tough game for Andre.
Simone Rochefort, we welcome her to Calgary in Frank Sisson's Silver Dollar Casino and Bowl.
And even when you throw it good, some days you just don't get a break. Left-hand pocket going away. Looked like a sure strike. Ends up with another right corner pin here.
Oh, he just hung it on the edge.
See that ball, the rotation of the bowling ball, the curve kept it on the lane right at the end.
And then another head pin to finish it out. Bowls a 183, well below his league average back home at CFB Halifax Bowlodrome of 256. So Hank Krahn will advance.
Lots of time on this last shot. Knows he's got one more game to play today and wants to make sure that he's ready.
Welcome Hank's wife, Angie.
Second head pin in the match for Hank Krahn. Big difference, those 4 strikes in a row in 5 through 8 in this match. Number of open frames for Hank, but 256.
And the difference really is you look at the card, they were equal really through 6 for all intents and purposes, but it's those extra strikes, 4 in a row, that Hank was able to put on the board. So Hank Krahn will now wait and see. Will he play Peter Brown or Geoff Bourne? Bourne. That's our second match here of week 4. Peter from Ridgetown, Ontario. Bourne from Winnipeg.
Good start from Peter Brown, manager at Ridgetown Bowling Lanes in Southern Ontario. 30-year-old with 24 years of bowling experience. Geoff Bourne, as you said earlier, he was the runner-up in the Manitoba region. Got here due to an injury to Robert Shannis. See if he can take advantage of that sort of a little gift.
Very good player, we know that.
Geoff will take his time on the approach, run through all the keys. Get set. Little 3-step approach, but he's first step is very short, compact. It's just a key to getting everything in motion. Big high backswing, but smooth follow through. Tough break there. That's exactly where you want to throw it, on the inside. Leaves that corner pin.
Yeah, the 3 just started to helicopter and just never caught the left corner. So Bourne follows up his strike with an open but a 15 count. Peter Brown working on a strike. Goes to the other side, goes back to back.
On the side, that little bit of backup into the left-hand pocket.
Our second game on this fourth week of men's 5-pin play featuring Peter Brown from Ridgetown, Ontario, up with back-to-back strikes to start it. And he'll leave the right corner against Geoff Bourne from Winnipeg.
A little bit on the nose, leaves himself a right corner. Good finish. The foul line. Peter with a little different style. He really keeps his shoulders wide open all the way through his arm swing and almost sidearms it to some degree. Geoff, you watch him in his stance position, and he'll work a little bit just on that arm swing, making sure it's tight to his body and straight through. Great reaction with that little backup. Kind of right side on the nose and going away, but
so Peter Brown with marks in all three frames. Geoff Bourne sandwiches an open frame with a couple of strikes. Oh, just too thin, huh?
well, and he wanted it to get lucky. He knew he missed his mark left, and he was hoping that the lane would help bring that ball back, hit a dry spot, take the backup into the pocket. Right corner for Geoff. Pretty much goes straight up the lane at it, not much movement. 2 in a row he's a little bit thankful on. First one where he hit the pocket, and that one where he just about ran out of room on the corner pin.
Peter, who is the manager of the Ridgetown bowling lanes, Ridgetown, southwestern Ontario, between London and Windsor.
Watch this arm swing. Starts it way outside his body and then comes back square with a good follow through. Got that one a little bit thin. Left corner spare. 2 in a row now for Peter Brown.
Yeah, look at that though. Marks in every frame. The only thing for Geoff Bourne is that open in 2.
Look out. Right on the nose.
Yeah.
Not much movement on the ball there. Trying to slide that one over a little bit. Just gets the 2-pin. Open frame. Back to Geoff Bourne now to see if he can take advantage of that open and get back into this match.
12 count for Brown in the 5th, leaves him at 133. As we mentioned earlier, Geoff Bourne getting the chance to play as a late replacement for Robert Shannis, who broke his hand. Nice kick off the wall.
Great shot. Really nice reaction. That ball just breaking into the pocket. Good speed. Watch this ball turn over. 3-pin off the side wall. Little bit of the channel. Rolls out. Takes out the corner pin.
And that's what you wanted, to see the open from your opponent. And you come back with the mark. Oh, there he goes. And he is a good one. When he is on his game, as we said before, former Pins game champion and numerous titles and
lots of big games to his credit, including a perfect game back in 1983. So he knows what it is to run a lot of strikes.
Well, singles championships at many of the big events across the West for Robert Bourne. And Peter Brown skated that 3, standing up across the face of the corner, and then it came off the wall and just touched it on the back.
And you can tell how much oil there is out there when it starts to carry down. It actually gets on the pin deck, and you'll see that sometimes where a 3-pin will slide on the pin deck, as opposed to falling over and rolling.
You can see the reflection of the pins. Uh-oh. That's another one. How many is that for him in the game? That's 2?
Second one, both coming on lane 33, the left-hand lane. Got to clean it up and shake this off. Figure out how to get on the side of the head pin and get back to the strikes like he did in the opening 2 frames in this game. Good match so far. Geoff Bourne with the advantage, double working in 5 and 6.
Geoff works in the clerk department for the city of Winnipeg.
Another big break.
I tell you what, that just hopped across, and then the pin just lifted its head and over it went.
Well, this is really thin on the right-hand side going away. Bowling ball turns over, gets a little bit of chatter this time on that 3-pin. Takes out the corner pin.
So 3 in a row. Yes.
He keeps saying get lucky, but you know what? He's throwing the ball great, good speed, great rotation on it that's broken up some of those splits. It's never luck. It's always skill and good management.
Needs a timely strike here, and now that's back-to-back and 3 head pins for Peter Brown.
3 in the last 4 frames, so you wonder whether that double that Geoff Bourne threw in 5 and 6 to start has had any effect. You know, your opponent starts to push a little bit when they see that against you. Force the ball into the middle of the lane instead of just throwing it.
So another open, back-to-back 12s, 177 through 8 for Peter Brown as Geoff Bourne very much in control here.
And Peter quickly running out of frames to catch up. Has to have a strike here in the 9th and then be able to have a big finish in the 10th.
Oh, that's too bad. Now, let's go back to what we talked about with regards to the women and bowling in these kind of games. You have to make adjustments. He knows he's all over that head pin. He has. Should he have stepped back, forward, left, right, done something?
Done something. I mean, he's had now 4 head pins in the last 5 frames. I mean, he really needed to make an adjustment here. He was throwing the ball pretty well the first 6 frames. 2 strikes, a couple of corner pins, and a head pin, but then to come back in 7, 8, and 9 with punches. You've got to get the ball to the side of the head pin or lots of rotation on it to be able to break up splits. Oh, Geoff Bourne just relaxed now, throwing the ball well.
He bowls at the Dakota lanes and the St. James lanes.
Geoff Bourne, 10th frame, possibility of 373. Wow.
Oh.
That was a great shot, and he gets ripped on a right corner.
I mean, until he leaves that corner, he's on a pace to set a record that was just set a couple of weeks ago by Al Paquette. But not anymore. His potential now is 341. And Paquette's record will stand at 365.
Pretty solid game from Geoff Bourne. He only missed the middle once. That was way back in the 2nd frame. 7 strikes, 2 right corner pins. Spared both of them.
When he bowls an average of 10 games a week, he says, what are you playing on an average night? Used to be 3 games, is that right?
All the leagues are different. You know, 3 and 4 are the norm. He could have 2 4-game leagues and a 3-game league.
Nice game, huh?
Oh, great smooth approach. Turns it over, gets another break off the side wall, but when you're throwing the ball really well, you'll get those breaks.
Peter Brown playing it out here in the 10th as a strike.
Just not Peter's day. Threw the ball decent, but couldn't seem to get it on the side of the head pin. 4 head pins, and the biggest thing was 7, 8, and 9, where he punched all 3 of those in a row.
To finish it up, Peter Brown will bowl a 220. But it's Geoff Bourne who gets the late invitation. And he is someone to contend with. 341. And now Bourne will move on and play Hank Krahn to see who will become our 4th
Hi Ryan, hi Steve,
semifinalist.
Hi Alex, hi Anna. Hi everybody back.
It's Geoff Bourne and Hank Krahn to determine who will be our 4th semifinalist. Men's 5-pin play at the Canadian Bowling Championship.
First head pin for Geoff. He was 10 for 11 in the first game with, of course, 8 strikes, 2 right corner pins, only 1 miss. Never punched. Rotation on the ball, kept everything on the side, broke up a couple of splits, and carried a couple that looked like they were going to be corner pins where he got breaks off the side walls and out of the channel. Gave that a run, trying to cover that right corner pin off the back wall. Lots of time. Whoops. Something threw him off just a little bit there. Good move to back off the approach. Make sure you're set, ready to go. Big loft and missed it right. Good cover.
Nice. Both bowlers able to string some strikes together. You remember Krahn put 4 in a row against Andre Rochefort earlier, and then we saw Geoff Bourne rattle off 5 straight in beating Peter Brown.
We'll keep talking about, you know, taking advantage, jumping in when the opening's there. Hank did exactly that in the last game with that 4 strikes in a row in frames 5 through 8 and really took control of the match.
Oh, wow.
Geoff set that one down really early. Not as much loft. Didn't get it out over the foul line at all. 2 head pins in a row. Punch back. Big thing for him, in my mind, having watched him bowl quite a bit, is not to set the ball down. He's got to get it out on the lane, get that good reaction. Let the ball do the work.
Geoff Bourne, Hank Krahn. They are the two men one of which will become our 4th semifinalist. Geoff Bourne, though, with 2 head pins back to back after not having a head pin in his earlier game. So 26-2. Maybe unlucky there as he spins the 3 around the left corner.
But a much better shot. He got that one out on the lane, Vic, and there's just a total difference in the way the ball reacts on the surface of the lane and once it hits the pins. Right on the nose on that left corner pin. Third frame for Hank Krahn. Wow, great shot. When he's on the side, he gets a lot of strikes.
Well, it's all the experience of Geoff Bourne, former Pins game champion, against Hank Krahn, playing in his first TV game. But guess who has the lead right now? Hank Krahn has a double working for him as he plays in 4. One of these two will become our 4th semifinalist in men's 5-pin play.
He gets it out to the arrows, and he just knows he's going to get a good reaction. Watch this on his finish position. That one, he's using his toe just to slow himself down, make sure he doesn't go across the foul line. Geoff Bourne got to get something started here.
Oh, there it is.
Huge break.
Well, it was really heavy. It was full, wasn't it?
Well, he set that one down on the foul line, but he got away with it. Really smooth release.
And he's already had a couple of head pins in the 1st and 2nd frames after not having any head pins in his previous game.
That's right. You can tell the difference. Again, you can hear the ball land on the lane, and he seems to get much better pinfall, ball reaction, everything when he gets it out on the lane. Big double for Geoff Bourne. Keep him close in this match early on.
Now, while Hank Krahn from Mission, BC has never been on TV, he's been at Nationals, so he does have some pressure, some big-time experience.
He does have that. It just doesn't seem to be affected by anything. It's his 4th head pin in a game and a half. He had 3 in that first game in the 256. Good count on that double. But again, a little bit of an opening. Let's see, Geoff Bourne, with his experience, can he take advantage?
Ooh.
Punches out the 3-pin, 12 count.
So 3 strikes, and now the open leaves him at 148. But then you look above and you see Geoff Bourne with a double up 4 and 5.
And the possibility to get right back into this match with a double in 6 and 7. Geoff Bourne can get within 2 and actually take the lead in this match. Big loft on the side, right hand pocket, 3-pin, just a little bit of a chatter on the pin deck.
Deserve better?
Well, he could have got a break here. Again, big loft. That one was between the 2nd and 3rd arrow. See the 3-pin just kind of die right in front of the corner pin. Great spare.
Yeah, nice to come back with that after the open.
Hank's been pretty solid. He 1 for 1 on right corners in the first game. 2 spares so far in this game. 1 on a miss when he missed the middle in the first frame, and now this corner pin spare. Geoff Bourne, let's see if he can continue to roll. Hear the ball hit the lane. Different reaction totally. He's got a high backswing, but forward swing, he's still very much under control. Goes through that little pre-shot routine, swinging the arm, making sure the swing plane.
Remember, this is what he did against Peter Brown. He rattled off 5 in a row.
When he gets on a roll, Geoff Bourne's one of the best in the country at running strikes. Let's see if Hank can answer. Needs a strike here in the 7th frame.
Guys, well done, fellas. Well done.
Good match. Lots of back and forth in this one. One gets a couple of strikes and the other one answers right back. Again, huge loft. A little bit of an angle change. He's gone further right, more angle to the pocket. On target again. Oof. That one was just a little bit thin right hand pocket. The ball skips by the corner pin. Must have spare to stay in this game. Just by it on the inside.
And that just is a game killer.
Well, it can be.
Inopportune.
Well, between missing that right corner here in the 8th and also the head pin in the 5th, those are 2 big things that cut off a game very, very quickly.
So 221 with the open in the 8th. And look at what Geoff Bourne has got going.
Well, after a little bit of a slow start with those 2 head pins, comes back with a left corner and now 4 in a row. Hear the ball hit the lane. Left hand pocket that time. Back up, moving into it. And with that strike, Geoff Bourne has effectively shut Hank Krahn out. Even there, got a bit of a break. Thick on the head pin, but the rotation gets it through. Chop off spare, still a possible 336 for Geoff.
And he gets the other side, so it continues the pin count. Puts together a string of 5 strikes, follows it up with a spare.
And Krahn now 9th and 10th frames. Still got a possible 311.
No.
Did have a possible 311.
They are just notorious, aren't they, those head pins? They just kill you.
Absolute game killers. Almost impossible to spare them. And then you're always questioning, huh? What did I do wrong? Was it the right location, wrong speed?
So back-to-back opens, 236 through 9 for Hank Krahn.
Possible 281. Geoff sitting at 276 with that spare working in the 9. Tough finish for Hank. 8th, 9th, and 10th. 2 opens so far, and a missed the middle here in the 10th frame. Yeah. Adding insult to injury. Throws a good ball, leaves that corner pin.
$249 for Hank Krahn. And well, you just left sometimes shaking your head and thinking, where did that head pin come from? And can't take anything away from Geoff Bourne. Boy, he is together here. Both games, first against Peter Brown, and after a slow start when he opened up with 2 opens, 2 head pins in 1 and 2. And look what he's done since.
Oh, he absolutely got it together. No breaks. Huh? You had your share already, Geoff, when you're throwing the ball good. But what a great game. He's 11 for 11 on the middle.
Well, look at this. He bowls
6
it.
strikes.
Yeah, 341 against Peter Brown. Comes back with a 321. So Geoff Bourne, who got a late invitation to replace Robert Shannis. We told you, he is a good one. Former Pins Game champion, Geoff Bourne.
One at a time. I got one more to go.